Hey guys, it's so good to see you again. It's good to see you back here for my very first tutorial when it comes to 2024. It feels like forever. I know I'd done that one on New Year's Eve and I was planning on, well, at least having a couple done by now since it's the start of the year. However, like everything when it comes to Crafters TV and Hobby Maker, schedules can change at the drop of a hat because of one reason or another. So I've ended up being in a couple of days extra than it was originally meant to be planned. Not that that's a bad thing. You know, that really isn't a bad thing. But it just meant when it comes to doing these sorts of things, when it comes to my tutorials, it just meant that I've had to keep. Let's start that one again. I've had to keep putting them back and back. Anyway, here we are. Very first one. I am actually recording this on the same day that I'm putting it out. So it is Wednesday, the 10th of January. And we are going to have a little play with, well, two things that you love, old and new. We're going to be using a really old embossing folder with a brand new floral alphabets. We're going to keep it monochromatic with a hit of yellow, but we'll go over that just in a moment or two. If you are new to myself here on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel, it's lovely to have your company. While you are here, what to do is hit subscribe. That then just means when it comes to your YouTube, if you go onto your YouTube, when it comes up to either your playlist or whether it comes into For You, whatever it is, if you hit subscribe, then any of my videos that I post here then will sit there ready for you. But the other thing you can do is hit that bell. If you hit that bell, then that means as soon as I post any of my tutorial videos, anything that goes on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel, you'll be alerted to say Craig Laird has posted a tutorial. So you know it's there ready for whenever you are ready to watch. And then the other thing, if you like what I've done, then hit that bell. I know I've said that, haven't I? Hit the bell. Hit the thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. That's what I meant to say. Oh, see, it feels that long that I've forgotten what I needed to say to you. So, subscribe, hit that bell, and then if you like the tutorial videos that I've done, give me a thumbs up afterwards. Really does. Not only does it mean a lot, but it actually does help as well push my Crafters Companion YouTube channel out there. I've got over 3,000 subscribers, which just means the absolute world. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. But as I said, it is all about our tutorials on here. It's all about Crafters Companion. It's all about old. It's all about new and what we can do by tying them all together. So, as I said, what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be focusing on our alphabet. So we'll show you from up above our brand new floral alphabets. What I'll do is I'll put a link to these in my description just afterwards, and that is going to be kind of like the main component of the actual card that we're going to be making in a moment or two. What we are going to do is we're going to do 7 by 7, and as I said right at the start there, we're going to go monochromatic with the white and also the black, and then we're going to go with a real strong hit of yellow as well. So that's what we're going to do when it comes to the front. Also on the front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these stars that we got with one of the past editions of our Crafters Inspiration. So if I lean over and get them, we're going to use some of these stars here as well as the happy and the birthday. You also got the party and you also got your star sentiment die as well, but these are the ones that I'm going to be using. And then really going back to embossalicious, that's even before my time. So within this one, this is a 6x6 2D embossing folder, and it's a script. It's a birthday script that we've got within this folder here. So we've got happy, we've got on your special day, to you, enjoy, celebrate, your special day, to you, all these different sentiments that are going to work for your birthdays. Now, if you don't have this one, many of you won't, that are relatively new to us at Crafters Companion, don't worry, you can use any embossing folder or substitute it for pattern paper if you want to. That's up to yourself, but I do like to do old and new here on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing when it comes to this card here. So therefore, I think the best thing to do is just to get started. When it comes to the alphabets, Now, as I said, this is Wednesday the 10th of January that I am doing this tutorial here, and myself and Ben launched them yesterday on Tuesday the 9th. Now, with these ones here, they really are a really good size. Really good size with the dies. Not only that, you've got a little hit of the floral. It's not overly powering, so it's going to work for your males, it's going to work for the boys, it's going to work for the older generation, and the card we are way to do is for someone that's 10 years old. So therefore we're going to do the T, the E and the N to make it a 10 birthday card. But with these ones as well, these are so on trend, because when it comes to letters or alphabets at the moment, going into 2024, a lot of it is lowercase. Now, of course, certain words, certain names, you're used to have course going with the uppercase, but being on trend, then therefore it is all lowercase. Who knows? We might do uppercase, we might do numbers, and we might do the ordinals as time goes on. But at the moment, these are all A to Z, and it is all your lowercase. That being said, let's get started. Let's get started with our card where I've got my 7x7 card. I think the other thing that we can do to get started with is let's get our plates in here, and then let's get our alphabets. So I've got my E, I've got my N, and I've got my T as well. So I'm going to go in and let's take, have I got any bits of scrap black card? No, but this one will do. So I'm going to go in with my black card here. Now, what I find with these alphabets here, you do need to do the full plate configuration. I've tried it without the magnetic shim, and what happens sometimes, or, you know, a lot of the time, a little floral detail doesn't quite cut through, certainly on a thicker card. So therefore, it's base plate, frosted, magnetic, and then top plate. So we're going to align these ones up, and then we're going to feed these ones through to our G2. Let's run that one through, and as that comes round onto the other side, hopefully that camera angle will stop freezing just shortly. But let's bring that out, go back from up ahead. So let's go up ahead, not in front of me. There you go. That's what you're wanting to see. So we've got our N, we've got our E, and then we've also got that T as well. So if we take these ones and pop all these ones out, quick way of doing it, of course, if you've got your poke tool, mine's is at the side of me here, but it's always a quick way. You can take all that out, and then let's pop all these little bitties out. So let's take that one out. These are all out from the T, and then let's take these ones out as well. So if I take all that away, flip and rotate my plates, and then we're going to go back in with our T, the E, and the N. Now what I'm going to do, just to show you, if you are relatively neat when it comes to your cardstock, you'll be able to use them as stencils, and that just being the negative, I mean. Once again, let's just line that one up, and I'm not going to be overly precise because I'm not going to use the negative. It's just to give you that visual idea that if you were to kind of line them up a bit neater than me, then that just means then you will be able to come along and use the backdrop as a stencil. So as that one then cuts, what we'll do is we'll just go straight in to doing the drop shadow. So if we bring that in and all these ones in. So usually when it comes to drop shadow, if you're familiar with certainly my style, I do the darker layer at the back. But what we're actually going to do within this one is we're going to do the black to the back. And then we're going to go yellow to the front. Oh, it doesn't quite work, does it? Doesn't quite work, but black to the back, that works. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So let me just keep these clean as I'm going, although I won't need them again. Just pop out all these little bits, so I'm good to go the next time. Let's move that out there. And then this is what I was on about beforehand. If you keep that little bit that comes in, you've then got your negative that you'll be able to use. Good for a shaker as well if you wanted to do shakers with them. put your acetate to the back, and then even all these little bits that come out, be a good way to use the little bits. Once again, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to pop all these bits out while I'm here, move it out the way, and then let's do our drop shadow. So doing our drop shadow, I'm going to go with the black. Did I say black to the back? No, black is going to the front, so therefore it doesn't quite work, does it? Black to the back does sound good, and you can do that if you want, but I'm not. We're going to go black is going to go to the front. Let's just pop that one into here, and let's press that in and do our drop shadow. So if I hold that into there, so I'm doing a drop shadow, it's about a mil or so, like that one. So if I let's bring in the card, just so you can see you're getting that kind of little subtle drop shadow. Then we're going to carry on and do exactly the same when it comes to the E and then also the N. So with these ones, we're going to pop that into position. So yesterday on Crafters TV on Tuesday the 9th of January, myself and Ben were launching these. Some of my drop shadows I've done a little bit different to what I'm used to. I've done the drop shadow, so instead of coming down to the bottom right hand corner, I went to the top left hand corner. Just thought I would mix it up a little bit. Did look cool, although I do prefer bottom right hand corner, so therefore that's exactly what I'm doing here. So let's just add our tacky glue all the way around, maneuver that into position like so, and then there we go. We've got our number 10 for someone, a little boy celebrating their 10th birthday. So I can set that to the side for now and set them on my card blank so I know where I've popped them. And then let's bring in our embossing folder. Now when it comes to our embossing folder, it is, as I said, 6x6. So what's my card? About 5 3/4. So let's do 5.5 by 5.5 inches. So let's do 5.5 by 5.5 inches, like so, and run that one through, like so, and then there we go. 5.5 by 5.5. Just in case anyone does ask, to say it is old and new that I like to use. If anyone does or is going to ask, this folder isn't available. It's not been available for years. Well, I've been with the company for 5 years now, and it was even before then that it was out, so it isn't available anymore. So we've got our base plate and then our top plate. That's our 2 plates for a 2D embossing folder. As always, I do like to add in my metal shim. So by adding in a metal shim, we're going to then run that one through. We're going to then emboss all that layer. I'm not doing any inking around the edges. I'm not doing any letterpress techniques, nothing like that. We're just going to go in and keep it as it is. So we're going to keep that white emboss, which I always think is pretty smart. So let's see if that's going to... there you go. We can pick that up just perfectly there. So all of those different words you've got there that references 2 birthdays onto our white multi-purpose cardstock. So therefore, that's that done. So I can set that out the way and I can move all that out the way. I was a way to move my plates away, but I'm not, because we're a way to do the stars. So when it comes to the Crafters Inspiration magazine that we got these stars in, I'm only using the 2 largest ones. So you've got 3. So I'm just going to be using the 2 largest ones here. So let's take my black card. Well, I need black as well. But let's bring in my real bright yellow cardstock. And we're just going to line that up into there. And then we're going to take down base, frosted, magnetic and top plate. And the same with it. These little bits will sometimes just stay in place without the magnetic shim. So I'm adding that magnetic shim in and run that out. We then take these bits out here. So that's cut, and so is that one. Let's move that out the way. Then we're going to go in with our black cardstock and we're going to do that once again. So flipping and rotating our plates. So take all of these bits out here. Same with that one just here. Let's take my tape off. All these bits out. Run them through. So let's pop them there, because then what I might do, I might use this bit of waste afterwards for another card. As long as, let's go to the right one, using the waste. If I use that waste, I can use that as maybe like a shaker or something, shaker aperture. So as that comes out, we're then taking all of those bits out here. So we've got our star, 2 stars, just here. So that is, so did I do that the wrong way around? What did I need? Yeah, that was daft, Craig. I wanted that one. Actually, I was wanting 2 large and 2 medium blacks, but happy accident. Let me keep it like that and take these out. So if I straighten off that edge there, I'll be able to use that for something else. Take all these bits out. Also, all these little bits will be good for shakers. Oh, banging, drops everything. Let's glue that down while we're here. So we're going to go with the medium layer onto that back layer. I'm going to go around with my tacky glue, and then I'm going to go around the edges as well. Make sure it's really, really nicely stuck down. And then what I'm also going to do, I should have done this beforehand, just played about getting it, because there is a right and wrong way. Is it there? I think so, yeah. Nope, it's not. This is what I mean. Get it to the right angle first before you put all the glue. There we go. Press that in. Move that into position and hold down. I'm just going to hold that for a second and take a drink. There we go. And then we're going to do the same with the other one. Is that the right way? Have a little bit of a play about. Nope. Nope. Yep, it is. So what I'm then going to do is, let's just, on the back there, I'm just going to do a light little pencil mark, just so I remember what one is the top part. We're going to go round, going round. Although I'm using my tacky glue, something like this, if you want to use your Stay Sticky pen, that would work. And then there's my pencil. I was about to say, gosh, now I've forgotten where my pencil line was. I couldn't see it because of the glue. But there we go. So move that. slide it into place like so. Once that's into place, let's press that in. Press that down, hold that down, so I've got my 2 stars. Like that. Once we've got that one, I can set that one out the way. No, I can't, because let's build this front. And there's a reason why I'm going to build this first before assembling it. So as I said, that one, our emboss layer was 5.5 by 5.5. So let's go in with another bit of yellow and do 5.25 by 5.25. Let's do a bit of black as well, but not black, I want to do white. To 5 by 6 by 6. Let's do 6 by 6. So I will then have my embossed layer onto my yellow and then onto my white. But what I'm going to do first is let's get the positioning of this. So let's bring, and there's a reason being, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off the page with my star, but I want to cut it flush against my white layer. So if I add that to my yellow layer now, then it's going to be harder for me to have it flush against the white layer. It'll be flush against the yellow layer. So I want to get all of this in first. Let's get that flat. So let's take those in there. And I'm going to go in with my foam pads. I'm going to go in with my strips for this one. So let's, where I've got little space, because there's some you've got more space than others. So therefore my thin strips are the best way to go. Or of course you can use any foam pads and just trim them down, or tiny little bits of glue gel. I'm going to then put just a tiny bit into there as well. So there's the T, and then we're going to go all the way round, well not all the way round the E, but we're going to go into sections. Let's bring that in. Wherever we've got just a teeny gap, we're going to fill that in with a little foam pad, and we're just going to chop as we go. Into there. Put that one at the end. There we go. And then we're going to go in with the N. Let's add our strips all the way down there. And all the way down there. All the way along. Add that in. Let's add a little bit into there, and that will be fine. So the stars, when we add them, we're not going to add them on foam pads. We're just going to keep them flat. So let's take the backends off now. And I'm going to do that with all of them, so that they're all off. So we've got the N and the E. Let's take that off. And the colour wise, although I'm doing the yellow and black, you know, lots of girls would like yellow and black, but I would probably say this is more colour themed for a guy. If you did want to do it for a girl, just substitute the yellow for maybe like a pink or that. Still do the black, because you know I'm a big fan with black with many, many colours, including pinks and purples and lilacs. So it would still work. If I take that final one like so, and then let's just make sure my card is not bending. And then I'm going to go in with the E. So I'm not going to press it in, because I might need to move my letters. So let's go in to there. So for instance, the N is a lot wider than the T, so therefore it would look uneven at each side. So we're going to go in, I'm going to move the E in just a little bit more, and then move the N in. Let's move, take that bit off. So I'm just having a look. I want to have the space at the end of the N kind of the same into there, like so. And then I'm just going to lift that up just a little bit more. Let's turn that around, turn that face. Is that, move that in, twist, twist, press. There we go. Happy with that? Yes, happy with that. So then therefore, let's then bring in our stars. So the star here, so I'm going to add my glue on. I'm just going to add it all over, so then if I am going to change the positioning to the way I had it a minute ago, then it's fine. I've got glue all the way around. Let's just add that. Let's take that one in, and then let's go there. Press that. Let's hold that in. I'm just going to press. We're then going to go in with the other one, which is then going to go, let's go that way. So let's do the same. Let's add our glue on around the back, all the way round, onto the back bits, like so. And then let's take that one, let's go that way, you said, didn't I? That way. So that star's going that way, that star's going that way. It's a little bit more pleasing on the eye. So let's hold that down. And then what we're going to do is we're then going to cut that off. But we're not going to waste it. What we can do is we can then come along. I'm trying to think, so that one was there. So let's take that and let's position it down into, actually I don't want that tiny bit, I just want that bit. So let's move that there, hold and press all that down. We're going to do the same with that one there. So let's bring that into place here. And hold that in. There we go. Love it. So let's hold, 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 press all that down. Any little bits that are just overhanging, or not overhanging, but not quite stuck down. We're just going to go in and press. I'm going to take another drink. And then there we go. We've got our number 10. So let's start to build that on the layers that I've cut. I don't actually know if I'm going to put happy birthday on that. I really don't need it because we've got that embossed background that says 10. No, it doesn't. It says happy birthday, and birthday joys and love and all that sort of jazz. So I really don't need happy birthday on it. You can put it on if you want. So let's work our way around here. And then the white layer I'm not going to put tape on, because what we're going to do is we're going to add foam pads. If I take these bits off, bring that in, and then layer into position. Press that. Take these ones off. And then that one can go onto there. And I'm going to take my foam pads. So let's take these ones. Work our way, giving it extra height. As always, height is completely and utterly optional. We've got height on the 10, so you might not want the height on the back here. Maybe you do. Now, instead of going straight onto my card blank there, what I'm going to do is we're going to add a black layer. So that's 7 by 7. So let's bring in our guillotine. So let's do 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then while we're here, let's do our insert as well. So let's trim that down to 5.5 by 5.5. I do it because sometimes I like the matting layer of an insert a bit smaller than the front layer. So the black is going to be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Let's take our tape. And I did talk through, I think it was an advent calendar tutorial where I talked about the matting layer on the inside, and visually it looks more appealing if the matting layer is the darker shade from the front. So although I've used yellow, the colours that I've used, obviously the darkest colour that I've used is black, so therefore the matting layer for the insert visually looks more appealing when that is with the dark layer that's transitioned through from the front. Now you can of course do yellow, it's entirely up to yourself. There is no rules as such. It's just my recommendation and the way that I think it looks good. So let's go in and we can then add that into the middle just here. That's our insert done. Let's bring in that black layer that we've just cut, which is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. We can come in with our gems and our glitter glues and our glitters and embellishments and gems and pearls and all of these. We could use our inks as well. We could do heat emboss and letterpress techniques. We can then distress the edge with ink or with the edge crimpler. There's lots of ways for you to then take this tutorial and put your own spin on it. Let's take the backing off here. As always, and I talked about it yesterday as well on Crafters TV, if you put foam pads on the back, please take them all off. I know some say it's just there for stability, which it is, but then there's no adhesive give underneath it, so therefore at least this whole middle part will be stuck down and you've got extra strength. And I'm going to go into the center just there, press that in like so, and I wonder actually I should have yellow gems. Let's have a look. From previous craft clubs. Yes, I do. Is there any that's already opened? No, so that's fine. We'll open this one then. Right. Let's take these. Oh, it's already open, that's fine. So I'm just going to do dot, 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 dot. And let's do a medium one there. And a small one there. And a small one there. And then let's do a medium one. Let's do it. Let's do it on the inside. And then let's do one small. And another small. And then there we go. I am going to leave it at that. As you can see, I'll put them away later. We've got our number 10 with the stars. We used our black, we used our white, we used some really bright yellow, and then we used some yellow gems from a past craft club. Used our new floral alphabet dies, drop shadow, matte and layer, and added an insert as well. So if I bring that in that way for you to see, and then if I come close until you can just start to see all that happy birthday embossed away there into the background. Number 10. If it is what am I trying to say? If it's an age that's longer, then just elongate the card. DL card, slimline card, or an even longer one. But then there we go. So let's bring that in here just so that you can see. Tilt that, and I'm going to come even closer so that you can start to see that emboss as well. Tilting it back and forwards, round and round. Number 10, so perfect one for the boys. Boys are going to love that one, and then girls would love it as well, but you might want to come along and you might want to then maybe substitute the yellow for the pink. You can do that. You can do it any way you want. You can replicate it exactly the way that I've done it there, or maybe you want to come along and then just change it all about. But there we go. That is it. My very first tutorial for 2024, where we've used our brand new floral alphabets, and then also a previous from a number of years ago 6x6 2D embossing folder from Embossalicious, and that was the happy birthday sentiment embossing folder. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. I will be back very soon with another tutorial. However, if you are watching this in the correct time frame, then tomorrow, which is going to be Thursday the 11th of January, I'm going to be live here on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel, and I'll be live on my Facebook page, where I will be giving you an in-depth preview as to the launch that myself and Ben have got on Crafters TV this coming Monday the 15th. I want to say it is Monday the 15th. Myself and Ben have got a brand new launch. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a big one. It's all about the layout collection. So you guys stateside will have already seen it on HSN last year with Sarah. Now it is the time for it to be launched to the world. So we've got that launch on Monday. Debbie and Becky have got a first look on Crafters TV on Sunday with it. But tomorrow here on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel and my Crafters Companion Facebook page, I'm going to be live. So head across to my Facebook page or my Instagram, where you're going to see all of the times. It's going to be 8:15 UK time, so it's going to be after Sarah and Ben finish on Cartload, but the US times and the Europe times, they're all there as well for you to check out. So that's Craig Laird CC on Instagram, Facebook, and I've even popped up a couple of TikToks today as well if you want to go and check them out as well. Craig Laird CC. Right, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will, of course, in the description add the links for some of the items that we do still stock or have in stock, including our brand new floral alphabet launches. But have a lovely rest of the day, whatever time you are watching this tutorial, and I will see you again right here on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Bye.